Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Sweep Protection Primer MIPS mountain biking helmet. Sweep Protection's new Primer MIPS helmet sits in the middle of their mountain biking lineup as a budget-friendly option. The helmet features improved fit, safety features, and lets you push your limits without breaking the bank. In terms of packaging, it's really simple. You have a Sweep Protection branded box. You can see a very slim box. Our specs printed right on here in this nice fold-out design. We also have a little bit of safety information with the MIPS branding and additional safety information on the rear. Go ahead and open this up and we'll go over the specs. Retail price on the helmet is $150. It features a MIPS Evolve liner and it has their improved 360 Occigrip fit system. As a mountain biking helmet, this also features a removable visor with adjustable positions so you can find the one that suits you best. It's also a breakaway design, so it easily pops out if you had an accident to keep you safe. This is also ponytail compatible. You have a nice big opening behind the rear cradle and an easy to adjust rear dial. And they also have ventilation covered here with 13 different vents. So you have 4 on the front, the 4 on the top, and then another 5 on the rear. And you can see very cool color, especially with the one we have here. As far as what comes with it, you can see you have the helmet. You have some safety information and tags attached to it, along with a little booklet that goes over all of the safety information in multiple languages. They also include a nice fabric liner bag, so you can actually store the bag inside here. It's a great way to keep it safe and clean. And that's about it. Now let's take a look at the weight of the helmet. We have a size medium. So with the visor attached, comes in at about 384. Visually, the Primer helmet takes Sweep Protection's signature helmet design of rectangular vents and Scandinavian design cues and combines with mountain biking specific features. The helmet has a deep profile with an extended rear that provides more protection in case of an accident. And then you also have a movable front visor for a little protection from the elements. Sweep Protection currently offers this helmet in 6 different matte color schemes, from your standard white and black to some more creatively named colors like Panther, Tusk, and Woodland. In this review, we have the bright Misty Turquoise color, which is a very cool and distinctive color scheme. You can see it's a turquoise color, but it's a little bit lighter. And with the matte finish, you get this almost color shift here, depending on how the light hits it. It's a very cool helmet. It reminds me a lot of the POC helmets with their unique pastel color schemes and will stand out on the road. Might not be for everybody, but it's nice to see more colors than just black and white. That really lets you mix and match. Branding is limited to Sweep Protection on the sides. You have the ubiquitous MIPS logo. You have this little sticker here, which is probably removable, that says the primer and then the CE mark on there. And that's about it. You also have the Sweep Protection badging on here, which is something you don't typically see with helmets, but they have this little inset badge on the front and rear, and then even one on the visor. They've also gone ahead and color matched the little logo on the side strap, which is really cool. You can see it's a fully finished helmet. So you can see how the shell extends all the way under. Nice sharp line, so it gives a nice premium look, which is great to see at this somewhat more affordable $150 price point. With this helmet, you also get this visor. What's interesting about the visor, it is movable. So 3 positions with this little plastic tab design. And you can see even in the lowest position, it doesn't really follow the bottom line. Instead, it's kind of raised up. So it is outside your vision. And if you really don't want it, you can push it up to really get it out of your view. The whole thing is a breakaway design, which means it's also easily removable and should pop out if you had an accident. There's just 2 tabs holding it. So you just have to apply some pressure and push it out. See little push pins. Same thing on the other side. I think that's about it. So now it's off. With it off, you do get a little bit of this horn look with the stops for the visor. So that remains there. And you do have the black circles, but it does look a lot cleaner. Here you can see all 13 vents. You have these 4 on the front, 4 on the top, and nice little grooves here that really remind me of the Sweep Protection Falconer, which has arrow covers. This one doesn't, but you get that same look with the beveled edges. And again, just really sharp overall. Nice sharp lines between the exposed foam and the shell. And that 2-piece design has a nice sharp line along the edges. Another 5 vents on the rear. You can see they're all pretty narrow, so you won't get debris going through it. And you don't really have space to put sunglasses, as you can see. this really sticks inward and would poke you in the head, so you don't want to store your sunglasses up here, which is something you would do with more road cycling helmets. As far as the fit system, it's their Occigrip design. So a very simple design. It's a wraparound cradle, and you can see it goes all the way around with this little plastic structure, goes through. You have nylon side straps, which are adjustable and color match, which is really cool. Simple plastic buckle with the sweep protection rubber stoppers, which will hold any excess length. And then you have the adjustable rear cradle as well. So you can see it has a couple positions. So you can just push down or up, so depending on the fit you want. This is ponytail compatible because you do have this big opening here, and Sweep Protection has done a good job with the padding as well. So you can see this whole backside is padded, and then you have the dial, which will pull the whole thing in or out. The dial is not my favorite design though. You can see there's this thin extended design with a textured surface, so once you do feel it, it's easy, but it would have been nice if it was bigger. You tend to grab the backside thinking it's the dial, and they have to move your hand a little bit forward. But otherwise pretty nice, and you can definitely get a more comfortable fit by adjusting that. And then even the pads are removable, so simple Velcro design, so you can pull them off, wash them, and then reinstall. You can see the MIPS liner is not yellow here. It's all black to match the helmet, but you have nice vents, cutouts where all the vents are. And you can see nice low friction rotation, so if you get an accident, this will rotate before you feel the impact. Now let's take a look at the helmet on the road. As you can see, it has a really attractive design, especially in this bright green color, so it really pops and matches a green forest, so it's a good looking design. Here we have it with our Tribin RC520. So it's a good helmet for mountain biking or gravel riding. You have that extended rear, which gives you additional protection if you were to crash. You have the MIPS liner and then the well-designed vents that keep you cool. So even though this still has good coverage, it feels good, especially on warmer days. The air flows through it, and they've strategically placed everything. The only downside with this is you can see the visor, even in the lowest position, seems to be a little bit higher than we expect. So it partially blocks the sun, but would have liked it if it came a little lower. Otherwise, you have plenty of room for big sunglasses. Here we have the drill bow sunglasses, and in that green color, it's a great match, but you can match this with the Sweep Protection Ronin or various other sunglasses on the market. The helmet itself is comfortable. The improved fit means it really fits tight around you, and you have that rear dial. We do wish the dial was a little bit bigger, but once you adjust it, you can really dial it in, and you have the adjustable side strap, so you can really customize the fit. Here we have the primer on the left, and then the Lazer Jackal on the right side. You can see this one's a little bit of a more extreme mountain biking helmet. You have the visor, it's a lot lower, especially compared to the Sweep Protection. You can see at the lowest position, this one is more streamlined with the bottom, while this one sits up. And then this one has a adjustable design again, so you can move it up, and more space for bigger sunglasses. This is also designed to accommodate goggles too, so you can see you have this textured surface that you can put the back of the goggle strap onto for a nice secure fit. And it even accommodates a taillight with a little attachment here and a bigger dial. It's one thing I don't like about the new Sweep Protection dial. You can see how much smaller it is. So a little bit smaller contact area, while this one is a little bit thicker and wider. Otherwise, very similar. They both have the MIPS liner. Here it's a little bit flashier, but same features and same adjustable fit system, but it does have the magnetic attachment versus the simple plastic buckle. If you compare this to other helmets, you can see the primer is a little bit more of a mountain biking helmet, while something like the Bell XR Spherical, it's more of an all-around helmet. So you can see no visor and a more shallow fit. So you can see how this one extends a little bit downward, while this one extends quite a bit more. So you have more protection on the Sweep Protection helmet. But again, very similar. What's cool about the Bell is that this uses spherical technology, so it has the MIPS liner between two shells. So you can see the whole interior liner rotates, which is really cool to see. It's also a lighter helmet, while this is a little bit bulkier. If you compare this to the road cycling helmets, like the Fluxer from Sweep Protection, you can really tell the difference between the profile. This one is almost flat here, so very narrow on the back, more shallow fit, and you can see a lot more vents. As road cycling, you'll need more ventilation. Now let's go over the pros and cons of the Sweep Protection Primer helmet. What we like about it is they have unique colors. So instead of just the standard white and black, you have some more interesting color options. It It also feels very premium with a lot of color matched elements, which is really nice to see at this relatively lower price point. It also has deep internal channels, which keep you nice and cool, especially on hot days. The main negatives with the helmet is the fact that you do have limited positions for the visor. The lowest position seems to be kind of higher than we would expect. And then the rear dial has a small contact area with protruding thin design. Taking everything into account would give the helmet a 9.0 out of 10. It's a stylish yet relatively affordable mountain biking helmet. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.